viewers. It's late Sunday afternoon, and everything's done. Just wanted to give you a little update. Well, all my bench repair and rebuild is done, and organization is done. Yeah, there's a bit of a story behind all that. I was working on that little motor, that little Briggs FH motor, and I almost had a bit of a fire here on my hands. A bit of a fire where, you know, it wasn't a big fire, but it wasn't a small little fire either. It was the kind of thing that makes you think, what in the hell am I doing? You know, I'm just working on top of myself, total disorganization, and at that I just kind of stopped, just threw the brakes on that Briggs project. I'm going to start it back up again very shortly, but threw the brakes on that and thought to myself, you know what, I really gotta get this baby organized. I can't keep working in this space where I'm just piling stuff on top of myself. And you know, it's like a lot of guys have their shops, and they're kind of, you know, little home hobby type shops, right? And you know, they're kind of in different positions of disorganization or organization. Mine was getting to the point where it's just, you know, hoarder status, like, you know, not like a hoarder status like it needed to be on the TLC channel or anything, but hoarder status where everything is just on top of you, just nothing is where you need it to be. You know, you're walking across a room for one freaking thing, you know, one screwdriver or whatever. And I said, you know, there's just got to be a better way. So what I did was, as you can see, I'll maybe flash you a picture up or something here of what the shop looked like before. But I cut myself some overlays for my drawers. Did some front upright overlays as well out of diamond plate. Made handles. Just take a walk over here. Of course, one of the most important parts of a new shop upgrade is a properly stocked bar. And I'm going to have to get on a good par stock system, because you don't want to be running out of your good stuff. You know, you get guests over, or for yourself even. You know, you don't want to come home Friday and you know, proper inventory. So that's pretty important. Anyway, so what do we do? Yeah, get the overlays. I made these handles up. I just had flat plating and cut 3/4 inch by 10 on the metal shop, and just bent them, you know, a couple 90s there, and painted them, and drilled them. Did some countersinks for the screws, you know, screws sticking up. Same thing with the uprights. Drilled them, did countersinks. So I'll just focus on that. Yeah, there you go. See, so your screws are all countersunk and flush. So you're not hooking your coveralls or whatever on there. Same thing. Recep, same deal. You know, cut it out, mount your recep right in the center. You don't have a plate that way. You don't just less things to hook on. I had some crappy little handles before. I stuffed them away already in the hoard. I got a couple boxes I just keep, just odds and ends, but basically all you could do is you could like hook 2 fingers in to open your drawers, and now, as you can see, you can get your whole mitt in there. You know, you can hook your welder torch in there. You can do whatever you want, but you know, heavy duty. Mount device, same thing, bolted straight up from underneath the bench, so that ain't going anywhere. You know, everything takes time, right? There's no job that is like 15 minutes. Every job is an hour. You know, you want to mount. Same thing here. You know, you want your grinder solid mounted. You don't want it trucking around the bench on you when you're trying to do stuff. Again, same thing with vise. You want that to be just as solid as what you're reefing on, basically. So the overlay went with 14 gauge. Took a 1.5 inch lip on the front. What am I, 8 foot wide here, and a 9 inch lip on the back. Believe it or not, I actually installed that pegboard on the back before I even made the metal, put the metal on the brake. and we are, I don't know if you can see it, it's ridiculously close. I don't even know how I got so lucky, but I bet you I am like 4 thou, maybe, yeah, 3 or 4 thou from touching that pegboard. So yeah, that actually worked out pretty good. I probably should have waited before I mounted that pegboard, but you know, I could just be bullshitting right now, but I'm not. I actually did mount that pegboard before I put that overlay on there. Of course, that overlay is over top of 2x8 planking, which again, you got gaps between the planking, everything falls inside your drawers, and liquid falls inside there. And that was also part of the deal with the little mini fire that I had. Was I had fluid that had spilled down inside the drawer, so I got a fire inside the drawer, I got a fire on the bench, I got my torch leaning up against the wall, starting to burn a hole in the freaking wall, and I'm just, wow, you know. Of course, my shop is connected to my house, so, you know, I gotta do everything I can to avoid any risks to my home. Yeah, of course I have insurance, but, not, you know, you don't have to be an idiot about things. What else we got? What's to talk about? Put some shelves up. These shelves, here's the interesting thing about making shelves. I don't know if any of you guys ever make shelves. You go to Home Depot and you want to buy a shelf. Let's say you want to buy, you know, one shelf. One shelf will run you, you know, anywhere between 15 and about 50 bucks. So 15 and 50, keep that in mind. Out here in my shop, I don't need a shelf that's suited for somebody's library in their $1 million home. I need just a shelf to sit things on. So what I did was I got a 12-foot length of 1x10, and at the Home Depot, or a lot of home type stores, whether it's you know, Rona, Home Depot, you know, whatever other ones there are in the States, I don't know. They'll actually cut your lumber to size for you. And so what I did was I measured up that 1x10 into what I needed, and they cut it right there. So instant made shelves. That whole 1x12 foot cost me $8. So total cost into 5, actually, say another shelf over there, 6 shelves was $8 plus the brackets. The brackets were $2 each. So yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 bucks. You know, it's about 20 bucks there. So total cost of all the shelves, you know, we're looking at like 30 bucks. What else? Yeah, in the past, I had stuff just randomly hanging there from my the back of my bench, and the things that are hanging in front of you should be things that you need, you know, that you're going to need to have on hand on an often demand situation, not things that you need, you know, once or twice a year. You don't need that stuff hanging up in front of you. What you need hanging in front of you is basic wrenches, basic screwdrivers, basic stuff that you use. Of course, I got, you know, I actually really like this. Got some music playing here. I should turn that down before I get shut down. I actually really like these. This is a Home Depot brand. It's called, there you go, Husky. I actually like them. They the handles they fit in my hands really nice. My hands are fairly large. You know, for a glove, I wear like a XL, double XL glove. So, you know, for me, this is, you know, it's important that I don't have pitty little, and I don't like the hard plastic handles. I like them that you can get a good grip on. Of course, go out and buy yourself the hook packages too for your pegboard. Pegboard also, that's just half the sheet. I got another half a sheet kicking around here. That whole sheet of pegboard was, well, less than 10, I think it was like 12 bucks for a whole sheet of pegboard. So there you go. That's, you know, whatever, $6 for the pegboard there. If you're putting pegboard up, don't screw it, you know, flush to your sheeting on the back. Obviously, gap it out. I gapped it out with a couple thick washers, you know, all around. Gapped it out so that when you put your hooks in, you're not, you know, prying at the back, you know, prying away and trying to get those hooks in. You have a little, you actually save yourself a little room in the back behind the pegboard. and yeah, it works a lot nicer for putting your hooks in. Yeah, so anyway, sorry. Back to the screwdrivers. Yeah, basically everything. Phillips, Robertson, flat. What else? Same thing. Wrenches. You know, the basic stuff. Yeah, do I have like 1-inch wrenches? Do I have, you know, odd size stuff? Yeah, of course I do. But what's the most common things, you know? By the way, if you're ever going to buy wrenches, get them with the ratchet. You know, the ratchet in the box end type deal. That is just the best thing going. I love these things. I don't think I would want to go back. And you know what? For jobs where you don't want to have to pull out an actual ratchet, these are awesome. These are made by, I don't know where I got those. Actually, I think I got them as a present. Goodyear, that's what they say, but who makes them, or who Goodyear, chrome, vanadium, anyway. Got your SAE sizes and you got your metric sizes. My metric sizes I would prefer to have in that style instead of that style. This style is, although you can, it's reversible, so you can be this way, or you can be this way, and you can reverse it or forward it, which is kind of a useful feature. They're just not as nicely made or a nice feeling wrench in your hand as you know, as the other ones there, the chrome ones or whatever. The light is a little bit dim at the back here, but yeah, the fine tuning hammer. It's nice to have a ball peen hammer for heavy reefing. What else? Clock. You don't really need a clock, but I kind of dug that clock. You know, it was like a $5 purchase on some classified thing. It's kind of a gear. Looks like gears and stuff like that. Kind of a cool deal. Voltage tester. I really like having a tester. I'm always checking things out. You know, the brush again, the bar. Same thing again. I got helmets and stuff that I had just piled up all over the place. No real organization. You know, here now I have my welding helmets. You know, lots of helmets for anybody who needs one when they come out here. You know, goggles, all that kind of stuff. Over here on the far right, it's nice to have some sound, some music in your world. So I run everything through Wi-Fi, and I run it through my iPad. So yeah, what do we got? Let's kick in here. Oh god, that guy. Yeah, how'd he get on there? Actually, I got a little thing I'm going to send Road King. Just show you here. I'm just going to make a little demo a little later on, but it's a magnetic switch. Yeah, it's very, very light magnet inside. It doesn't take a lot to actuate this, but inside here is a magnetic, basically just a little lever inside that when you slide it, when the magnet butts up to it or gets close to it, you guys can't hear that. I can kind of hear it clicking, but when the magnet passes over it, it clicks and completes the circuit. So be very handy for a lot of different things. Anyway, yeah, that was Road King. But sorry, let's go back to what we had going on here. I like, let me see, I like iHeartRadio. It's one of my favorites. And you guys listen to, but I listen to Rock 101.7, WMRR out of Muskegon. And it's already on. It's already running. Yeah, we won't run that for too long. Just a quick, but anyway, there you go. So it's nice to have sound in your shop environment. Again, of course, I don't have everything hanging here. You know, I really can't, because I would need a wall that would be a lot longer with a lot more hooks, and it would be just the same. I'd be walking across the room to get it. So a lot of other stuff I keep put away in my boxes and my movable cart. But anyway, that is it. That is the story on the bench upgrade. Yeah. Anyway, hope you guys are having a good weekend. And I guess the next thing I'm going to be starting back up on is that working on that Briggs FH. Road King was good enough to share with me the fact that a friend of his, or a guy he knows at one of the shows, had picked up an FH for, what was it, Road King, like $300? Wow. And then plus exchange, if you figure out the exchange, Here it's what are we down to, like 69 cents on the buck now. So you're looking at well, there you go, 1,000 US dollar, or sorry, 1,000 Canadian dollars gets you 690 US bucks. So wow, what a gouge, huh? Which is why I am not going to the States this year for any trips. Could I afford it? Yeah. Do I want to? You know, there are beautiful places in Canada to go to where our money is just spends just spends just as well, and we get a lot further on spending our money in our country than heading down to the U.S. I love going down to the U.S., but the way the exchange is right now, it just ain't happening. And you know what? It's not happening for a lot of people. A lot of people I talk to, they're just not doing it. They resign themselves to the fact that they're not going to take vacations down to, for instance, Mexico, where everything seems to be converted through the U.S. dollar and then back to Canadian again. Yeah, just a lot of people aren't doing it, and yeah, I don't blame them. It's a tough go. You know, if our dollar was up around 90 cents or something like that, you know, I could see it. But it is, yeah, we work pretty hard for our money. You know, people work pretty, not to say that people in the U.S. don't work hard for their money, but, you know, if people in the U.S. wanted to come to Canada, man, they would be on the winning end of that deal. And unfortunately, we go down the U.S., we're on the losing end of that financial deal. But, you know, it was at par. Everything was just wine and roses, you know. Anyway, I chatted long enough with you guys. I have to get to work and get some stuff done here. Have a good afternoon. Hope you guys had a good weekend, and catch you soon. Bye bye. All right, guys. I thought I'd just toss this in there, just as a little experiment kind of deal. So we got a lamp. Not a low lamp. This is the magnetic switch I was talking about. It's rated for 500 volt. The wire on that magnetic switch is probably, I'm going to say 16 gauge. So you don't really need to be worried about the draw from a 9 volt or a 9 watt little LED, or sorry, not LED, but CFL light. There's really no appreciable draw, so you're not going to get your wires heating up and things like that. But switch 2 leads from the lamp coming. I run in to receptacle, and all we got to do is complete the circuit. So this little guy is going to complete that circuit from there back through and in and to your light. So here's the magnet. This is just a junker door switch I had. A magnetic door switch. It's actually from a dishwasher. What happens is over time, just from slamming the door, they break off, and unfortunately, you can't get just the magnet. You can get just the switch. You can't get just the magnet. Well, that's the frustrating part of it. If you just get the magnet, well, there's $2, but here. You're talking about 80 bucks, I guess. So anyway, you end up having to get a new switch just because of the damn magnet. So anyway, so what's going to happen? I'm just going to move that magnet just in front of that switch, which is going to close that circuit. So I'm going to shut that light off right here, so you can see the actual light up, and we'll see how close it has to get before it lights it up. Shouldn't be any more than about a 1/4 inch, I'd say. There you go. We got a, see how far we can pull it away. There we go, 1/4 inch. Probably with a much stronger magnet, you could be a lot further distance away. I don't have anything, I have to go digging around, but I don't have anything really strong with me here. But a magnet stronger could actuate that switch. But when you think about the possible applications for a switch like this, home security, for instance. Somebody walks into the house, the lights turn on, kind of things like that. Or not even home security, but just home convenience, even for that matter. You walk into your garage, you walk into your home, the lights all turn on, you don't have to be fumbling around, you got your keys, you got your groceries in your hand, boom, the light switches on. And then for instance, you'd have like a 2-way switch. You'd have it worked up sorry, not two-way, but a three-way switch. So you got the one carrier wire that runs the voltage to both switches. Yeah, and then you could, when you get all your stuff, you just go shut it off. You don't have to worry about going back and tripping the magnet again. But anyway, also applications in motor ignition systems, which is what I was talking to. I had mentioned the Road King. I don't know if he, yeah, who knows? Maybe he'll find a use for that. I think I could find a use for it, but I probably change one of these out every couple months. So yeah, I'm starting to have a good supply of these things. You know, it's either that or you toss them in the garbage. Well, you know, if you can make use of something, why toss them in the garbage? Anyway, just thought I'd tag that on at the end of the video, and just something interesting for you guys. Catch you later.